Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Richard Pryor.
Due to technical difficulties, we cannot continue to bring you the audio portion of the Richard Pryor Show. However, I'm an NBC spokesman, and I will be happy to tell you what Mr. Pryor is saying. I will now read from tonight's network-approved script. Gosh, I'm just pleased as punch to be continuing on as part of the NBC family. They truly understand me, and have been oh so fair. After all, I'm only here to please. They only hired me to do what I do best, be humble. Later, I'll share my recipe with you for good old American pie. Meanwhile, I just hope to heck I haven't offended anyone. By the way, I don't mind the fact that NBC never aired the opening of my first show. I know they were just thinking of me. They always put me first. And that's why, for me, they'll always be number one. And now that they finally let me say what I had to say, let's go on with the show.
We'll be right back after this short pause. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 40th President of the United States.
Mr. President,
Yes.
Arthur Williams, Chicago Sun-Herald. You've just okayed a $250 million increase in our space program. What I'd like to know is the main reason you did this so we can finally recruit black people for the space program?
I feel it's time that black people went to space. White people have been going to space for years and spacing out on us, as you might say. And I feel with the projects that we have in mind, we're going to send explorer ships through other galaxies, and no longer will they have the same type of music, Beethoven, Brahms, and Tchaikovsky. From now on, we have little Miles Davis and Charlie Parker. We're going to have some different kind of things in there. That's right. Yes, ma'am.
Roberta Davies, Jet Magazine. Mr. President, on your list of candidates for Director of the FBI, are you including the name of Huey Newton?
Yes, I figured that Huey Newton is best qualified. He knows the ins and outs of the FBI, if anybody knows who they are, and he would be an excellent director.
Yo, blood. Yeah, Brother Bell from Ebony Magazine. Assalamu alaikum, brothers.
Like a line.
All right. What you looking at, Snow White? Brother, about blacks in the labor force. I want to know what you're going to do about having more black brothers as quarterbacks in the National Football Hunt League. Okay. Right on.
I plan not only to have lots of black quarterbacks, but we're going to have black coaches and black owners of teams. As long as it's going to be football, going to be some black in it somewhere.
Right.
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 So I'm tired of this mess that's been going down.
Right.
Ever since the Rams got rid of James Harris, I've been my job. You know what I'm talking about? So we're going to get down on the case now. Yeah, what is it?
Mr. President.
Yeah, what?
Mr. Bigby, Mississippi Herald.
Sit down.
Mr. President.
Yeah.
Now, your predecessor, President Carter, now his mother was a nurse before
What was your question about, sir?
My question leads up to my question. The question is about your mother if you want to defend her.
It's okay. Please, let's take it easy. The man has a right to ask the question. Please. Let's have some decorum. Now, what is the question about my dear mother? Okay.
Well, your mother was a maid in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Now, after your tenure, if your mother goes back to being a maid, right? Will your mama do my house?